All right, and here we are jumping into game 3. We have Medicham lead. This thing can be a menace. This thing does so much damage with pure power, but it almost solely depends on speed tiers. Usually you run Scarf on something like this to make up for its greater weakness of the lower base stat speed while having 60 base attack, but pure power doubling that base attack, or just your attack in general, making this Pokemon hit like an absolute truck. Our opponent is Infernape lead. We cannot win that matchup. He is significantly faster than us. And I mean, arguably does more damage. Now we could do something a little crazy. I kind of want to. It might be the time, but this thing actually, no. The problem is this thing probably has Mach Punch. If I was a demon, I would go for the Endure here, which has priority and lets me live one attack. But I think this thing's gonna have the priority. I think it's gonna have the Mach Punch. So he probably go. But how hard is he actually hitting me, to be honest? If I'm Medicham fighting Psychic, he's like flare blitzing me. I almost want to go for like, I'm just too greedy. I like playing for the content. I like playing for the aggression. Part of me wants to just, but Mantine is just too free. I think we've got to go Mantine here. Mantine is literally just the perfect check. If we had less good checks, if he has Wild Charge or Thunder Punch, like fair enough, dude, you totally got me. The U-turn. I could have gotten a crazy attack off with the Medicham, but it's too greedy. I don't think it's worth it. Endure there would have been a waste as well. Mantine's just a fantastic check for this. Being Surf instead of Scald is unfortunate. Patrouski comes in, a fast electric type that would one-shot my Mantine all day. We gotta get out of here. It's not even a question. Gotta get out of here. No ground type switch here, unfortunately. And our like rock is Relicanth. So we don't have a great switch here. Like, Victory Bell is probably our best bet. But then what? Victory Bell, Tanka Discharge. It could be U-turn as well, again, weirdly. Oh, this is an unfortunate. Are we Guts here? We could go Heracross on the Guts, and then if it paralyzes us, it's not as bad. But it's still a little funny. Victory Bell or Heracross? Those are the two plays here that I see personally. We could set up Sun. I like Victory Bell. It lets us set up Sun for our Typhlosion. Yep, there's the discharge. Doing 12.9, thankfully. Not too much damage. Don't paralyze. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, we're not Sunny Day. Oh, excuse me. I thought this was Sunny Day. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. My mistake. I just go for a Lovely Kiss here then. He probably U-turns into something that can tank this thing well enough. I think it's worth to go for a Lovely Kiss. If I wanted to get like ahead of my opponent, I could just, yep, U-turn is where they can tank this better. I could just like predict switch here, but I think Lovely Kisses. It's 55% chance. I think I miss. I'm gonna be honest. I've hit a lot of Lovely Kisses. It's 75%. I've hit too many Lovely Kisses recently. I feel like I've hit like two out of my 2 last Lovely Kisses. I think one's got to miss here. Let's see if it happens. That doesn't really mean your previous Lovely Kisses obviously don't logically factor in to your next one, and as you can see, just like that, exactly, it does not factor in. So now this Mantine checks his team really well, except for Patrouski. He is asleep. What's my best play with a sleeping opponent? What is my best play here? I think I kind of do just want to go for the Sludge Bomb damage. I feel like my damage will be decent. I feel like losing a turn, yes, losing a turn by switching out there, I don't feel like is worth it, especially when we are Life Orb Victory Bell. Now, I'm really banking on him sleeping 2 turns here, but it's pretty likely he does if you wait. Is he Vital Spirit? Oh, no. Oh, no, that's my end. It's a misplay by me. That is a skill gap. I think he's Vital Spirit. I could have factored that in. Yep. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He should actually be Flame Body. Hidden abilities aren't in randoms. So he actually definitely is Flame Body. That was just a 2-turn wake up. Okay, that's okay. That happens. What are you going to do? 170. I think I'd go for Relicanth, unfortunately, or just Mantine and then counter switch immediately. He could be Wild Charge, crazily. He's Life Orb. This thing does. He's Fire Blast. Something that outspeeds and just kills would be so nice, but my Typhlosion does not do it. I think I go Relicanth. I think if he's Wild Charge, he takes so much damage from the recoil and the Rocky Helmet that it's fine. I think Mantine, we don't outspeed. Yeah, if he's Wild Charge, it's worse than the Mantine. Now do I go for the waterfall or the head smash? The waterfall, so I could also just set rocks if I'm crazy. I'm kind of feeling a little crazy today. I'm going to go for the rocks, and he's going to go for the sub, punishing my rocks a fair bit here, unfortunately. I mean, I still like having rocks up against this team. Now I go for the safe play of the waterfall. Dude, the sub there is crazy. Kind of, I wonder if he read that I would go for rocks there, or what the thought process was. HP, is he HP grass? I think he must be HP grass. 90%. Waterfall lets him live now. I don't think it would be. Is it possible it's HP electric? It's possible. Is there a reason to keep my Relicanth up here? Should I just go my Heracross? My Heracross is slower. I take so much. My team is really slow in comparison, like, to my opponent's team. The problem is all my mons that outspeed my opponent is my Typhlosion, which is fire type. So I'm in a really sticky situation here where everything he has outspeeds me, which is so tragic here. Damn, this is like really, yeah, this is like just truly unfortunate. My team cannot, even though I have the water type. I think I just have to go the Mantine here and hope he's not Wild Charge. I think it's my only. If he's Wild Charge, this was a team matchup problem, and there was like no way I was ever winning this. So, what are you gonna do? Now I either insta switch here. I think I insta switch here, like every time. I'm gonna be honest, because he either stays in and goes for an attack, or goes for Pachirisu, and either way, Heracross is kind of good. Yes, he goes Pachirisu to obviously answer the Mantine. I'm going to get ahead of him here. Just hard switch over to the Heracross. Get him switching around. Now, I kind of want to just go ahead and set up spikes here, but I don't know if it's too... I think it's good, actually. I don't think it's too greedy. I'm leftovers. He's not show... I think if he's not Befog or Spin, this is one of my best ways to win this game. He goes for a Toxic. I'm Guts. That makes me hit harder. I'm okay with that for the time being. We set up only one layer of spikes. I think I just go ahead and try to take out this Pachirisu. I don't go for a second layer quite yet. What are the odds he's Protect, actually? Should I go for one more layer? I'm going to go CC, expecting him to not Protect here, and maybe Protect on the next turn. Yeah, exactly like that. Only doing 75, that makes me cringe a little bit, I'm not going to lie. That hurts me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Our Heracross... I really want to switch out here. He probably goes for a Discharge here. Do we really want to bring our Typhlosion in and risk the para, plus the chip damage is significant? These speed tiers are really unfortunate. Maybe I do just go ahead and just stay in and go for a KO here, but it's going to trade off my Heracross, which I don't love. Maybe I set up a second layer of spikes and the damage is enough to take out the Pachirisu on the switch in. I don't know exactly. This is a really, really tough position. This Heracross loses to his two other revealed Pokemon. So you know what? I'm going to stay in and go for damage and hope that whatever he throws doesn't kill me. He goes for a U-turn, expecting me to switch, which is something I just considered but decided against because of the factors. Let's see what he brings in here. Does he expect me to go for another CC? I don't think he does, because this will hit this pretty fucking hard, even though I'm minus defenses, not minus attack. CC comes out, taking out the Corsola. We were down 6 Pokemon to 4 with bad speed tiers, in bad matchups, and in a rough situation, and we are bringing back this game with the power of Heracross and proper hazard setting. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, what does he go here is the question. Does he just bring back in the safe... I think I just go I think I finally do go my Typhlosion here. This does reveal all of my Pokemon to him, which I really, really don't like, to be honest, unfortunately. Maybe I should have just gone Medicham here. Chansey comes in. You know what I can do against this? I can sub against the Chansey, expecting a... This might be the way I actually might be able to win this game. I sub, hopefully, against the T-Wave or against the Toxic. Hopefully don't Seismic Toss. Yes! Okay! Holy Holy shit, this game is so back. And now I get a free focus punch. Dude, I am fucking reading my opponent like a book, and it's the only possible way I was ever able to dig my way out of this win. I always say fucking KO that Chansey. That's what I always say. No. Oh my god, what a fucking... I feel pretty good about this game, I'm not gonna lie. I always say in randoms, dude, I think this matchup was fucking boned for me. Holy shit, with the Patrouski and the double fire types to check the Mantine the way they did. The trio comes in. He's going to take me out here. I can't fight this. He's going to get me with the arena trap. There's no way against it. There's no way around it. I could try to switch to like check if he's arena trap, but no, we can see he is arena trap. I have to go ahead and just go for like overheat here, but I'm dead to... I'm definitely 1000% dead to his EQ. He's gonna be able to turn this into a revenge kill. He stone edges instead of EQing. I'm gonna be able to get an overheat attack off, KOing the Doug trio. Okay, this game is so back. This game is so unbelievably back. Holy crap, what a game. Holy. I might switch this game up in the order when I like this being game number 1, even though this was technically game number 3, because this was such a sick showing. If you're gonna watch one game in this 3-game series, it's got to be this one. Oh, this was the definition of... I always say in randoms PvP, 80% of the games are a fair fight. 80% are 50-50. You know, it depends on who plays better is gonna win. 10% of the games, you have a severe advantage. And you have to, you know, just make sure you don't throw that game. And then, do I ever switch here? I think I just let this thing go down. Let me lock in a little bit, though, a quick sec. But then in 10%, then the other 10%, the other half, the 20 or whatever, the other 10%, you're at a severe disadvantage. And if you can claw back and like climb back and win those disadvantage games, that is the difference maker. I still don't know if I can win. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. How does Endure work? Endure is... Okay. I don't ever endure here. I just go for a Zen headbutt or something. 90%. So I just go for Ice Punch, actually, because Zen is 90% accurate. Yes, I do. I just go for the Ice Punch, which is not going to do too much damage against these guys, unfortunately. But I'm not Life Orb. Okay, I was like, there's no way. That would be horrible. But now, okay, this is good. It's a million damage. I actually might... No, yes! Yes! I think this game is won. I think the spikes, I think the hazards, every way this game was played mattered so much. The Patrouski dies on switching. The Patrouski, he just kills Patrouski. He just kills Patrouski by you turning there. Okay. I believe the play now is to always... Oh, I could still throw, I think. No, I win. It's like there's no way to lose. There's no way to lose. I either endure here, or I just go... I think I should go Mantine. Or I could endure here first. I think the safe play is endure here first. Go Mantine if he does like a low damaging move, and then yeah, Flare Blitz. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. I wanted to endure, get my Pitaya Berry proc. Now I outspeed. If he's Mach Punch, it's a little unfortunate, but I think this is the right play. I could miss my Zen headbutt. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. There it is. That's GG's. That was a banger game. I'm no PvP expert, but that game felt like I was clawing back from the get-go. My entire team, my team was so weak to fire types. He had double fire type into an electric check for my Mantine, which checked the other 2 fire types. Beautiful, beautiful game. Well played by my opponent. I feel like I just played it a little bit better, thankfully. And GG's. Thank you guys for watching. This is probably going to be game 1 instead of the outro, but make sure to like, if you like that game, like the video. It helps out tremendously. If you want to see more Patrouski PvP content, like the video. Dislike if not, that's okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. I'm going to get out of your guys' hair, let you get into the next game. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Enjoy. Peace, Reno. Alrighty, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. We're jumping into some randoms PvP today. I've been really enjoying this format in PokeMMO PvP, and if you know me, you know that PvP isn't exactly my main forte. I mostly do shiny hunting, but I want to show you guys that you can learn it too, and randoms really is the best way to jump into PokeMMO P, in my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're at 579 elo at the moment. I believe top 100 is somewhere around 750 or so. It would be an amazing long-term journey of mine to end a season top 100, especially like my favorite format, which is randoms. Maybe I'll learn OU at some point over the next year or so, but for now, I've been really enjoying randoms. So we have a pincer lead into Qwilfish. This thing probably has Poison Jab, which hits us pretty darn hard. We probably gotta get out of here. The problem is, this is an unfortunate lead for us. We're gonna have to play around it. You can play around it. A lot of people think randoms is all luck, But I think there's a ton of skill into it, a ton of skill in terms of hiding information and correctly playing things. He's probably going to set up... I'm scared of toxic spikes or spikes. I do not have a spinner. Let's see. I don't have a spike... I don't have a poison type Pokemon to switch in, a grounded poison type to switch in and absorb the spikes. So that's terrifying. And I would bet you, does this have Defogger? I do have a Defogger. Okay. That's something I want to factor in here. He could just go for offensive. He could be Spites. He could be Sword Stance. I think I go ahead and start things off. Ooh, he's all... Wait, this might be the most important Pokemon for my entire team to deal with. Is something I'm realizing very quickly here. I don't really have a way to hit this thing very hard at all. I don't have a single... I think Metagross is probably my best bet. Metagross, Zen Headbutt. I don't like showing something like a Metagross so early. I'm also going to be showing that I'm Scarf if he wants to stay in. Thankfully, we do get a correct call on the aggressive poison jabs. We dodge that, thankfully. We could EQ as well here. This thing does not have Levitate. Now, in an ideal world, he just switches here, and I don't give him the information that I'm Zen Headbutt. I'm really partial here to just go ahead and click EQ, because I think it's more likely he switches in some sort of dark type to dodge the psychic type attack, but we just really don't know how my opponent plays yet, is the other problem. A big part of randoms, a big skill of randoms, is watching how your opponent plays, seeing how much they switch. Like, here we go. So if I were to go for Psycho, the Psych Headbutt there, right? I would have done significantly less damage, the Zen Headbutt. Significantly less than the EQ here. Now with the EQ, I'm Scarf. I don't know if he's also Scarf. I know that I can 2-hit KO, take out his Metagross. We take a huge KO and a big advantage here, which could have been a huge, like, that lead for us is really unfortunate, and I have to play around. Oh, we low roll the second EQ. That is unfortunate. We were high roll into low roll. I wonder if he has banded EQ. Life Orb. I was gonna say he did like a decent bit more damage. His still goes down, but we take a lot of damage though, unfortunately. It would have been amazing if we could have, Now, he also still doesn't know that I'm Scarf, because he brought in a Metagross. He could have assumed that we were, he doesn't know I'm Scarfed. He doesn't know I'm faster here. He does not know. And this is what information, you have to think about it with randoms. Information is almost everything. He didn't know that I'm Scarfed there. And now we get to take out the Quillfish, which is probably the next most important KO, in my opinion, on his entire team. This is an absolute showing for how important information is. He brought in Metagross, a Pokemon with tied speed tier. He assumed that I just won the speed tie. He got a little unlucky. He didn't realize that I was Scarf. He probably should have switched out the Quillfish there. If you had a flying type or some sort of switch, you've got to have something there, because that was brutal for him. This thing is going to outspeed me, I believe. Even post Scarf, this is faster. But that was a massive start to the fight for me. I think I do want to go ahead and keep this Metagross. You can actually calc speed. So Scarf is 50%. It's 135 times 1.5. Hopefully the calc is on the screen. Yep, it's showing beautifully. I'm 202 speed. So I want to go ahead and get out of here. I'm not quite fast enough for this thing. I don't think he'll have Pursuit. He could be doing like Spites. He could be throwing up Destiny Bond. I think it would be a mistake to do that, but it's possible. I could just go Chatot and go for Heat Wave or U-turn. I could go Ledian. What is he going for here? Is he really going for like an Ice Beam? My whole team just has a real problem against his, unfortunately. There's an argument here for just sacking my Metagross. I really like to keep it if possible. Kind of want to go Glalie. But then what do I eat? I EQ him, I guess. And do like... I do very little damage with that. I'm running out of time. I need to be a little faster. I really don't want to set... The Chatot has the speed. This thing outspeeding, it's really unfortunate. Ledian actually does outspeed. I'm going to go Ledian here. I'm terrified of an Ice Beam here, just obliterating my Ledian. But even if it does, I think it's mostly okay. He goes for a Wake Up Slap. Okay, not something I expected. And now I could go ahead and go for a U-turn here, or just Toxic this thing. This Ledian is super strange. We are counter Ledian. Oh, this is really awkward, honestly. I'm not going to go for a free Toxic. I feel like I think I'm going off a recency bias. I just played a randoms game where my opponent just spread around Stun Spores and Will-O-Wisps, and it just cost me the whole game. I do think spreading statuses in randoms is just so powerful. Like, there's a lot of things at randoms that are more powerful. I'm not spreading status in any game is any constructed game is powerful, but it's more powerful in randoms when it's harder for your opponents to actually get rid of them properly. So here we catch a Torkoal on the switch, getting a free. He's going to set up Sun himself. Now, we have no advantage of that Sun, correct? We have Heat Wave Chatot that can take advantage of that. You want to think about that when you can. He's most likely setting up rocks here, or going for an eruption if he's tracked, which I would absolutely respect. I think I U-turn and go to what? I'm thinking Metagross possibly. I'm a little scared of eruption. Does Chatot live the eruption? Probably not. I think I just go Metagross, and then I think if he sets up rocks, I can get good chip. And if he eruptions, it's a fine sack. I think that's the position where I'm at right now. Ross is 100%. Okay, he shell smashes. Is he faster than me at +2 speed with 175? I think I'm still faster, which is nice. Ooh, that's... I didn't expect the shell smash Torkoal. Have not seen that in quite a while. We're not going to do... I know it's super effective, but this thing is a monstrous defensive tank. We are not going to do as much damage as you would expect here. We are certainly not going to KO, in my opinion. We have to think about how we play this next. Whirlwind X-Cloud is relevant in the back when they have Shell Smash Torkoal. I think he might just go for damage here. Yep, we get the EQ off because we are faster. We should be in a better position here. We get a really lucky crit. That actually is really fortunate. Going for superpower there must feel so bad. I feel for my opponent there. That's got to feel bad. That can't feel good. What is 75 +2? I never remember. Okay, but he just dies to Toxic, so Torkoal's out of the way. We're up 5 Pokemon to 3. He's seen our Ledian. He's seen our Pinsir. So that's something we want to bring in here. I kind of want to just go for Pinsir into the Frostlass. And like go for like a sword. Is that too crazy? We saw Wake Up Slap. I think this Frostlass is on an insane set. And I kind of want to call him on his bluff. I'm not going to have time. I just go Chatot. No, Sun is still up, I believe. And then we go Chatot and go for the... oh, but Camerupt comes in. Okay, I didn't expect that. We need to... One of the main ways we lose is time. I need to be careful. I can either U-turn here or just Hyper Voice. I need to start clicking moves. I'm just going to Hyper Voice. We're going to do decent enough damage. We do 70%. If he goes for an Eruption, he's going to get cooked a little bit here and not do nearly as much damage. He goes for a Roar. We're at 25 seconds on the clock. We got to play a little bit faster. X-Cloud is brought in. We are faster than this thing at 110 speed. We can just go ahead and go for the Hyper Voice as well here. If he brings in Frostlass, that would be a good play. And we're kind of just taking that disadvantage from our time situation. Expert Belt just boosts super effective moves. We are soundproof, so if he tries to roar me, it won't work. That's something that I would have totally forgot about if I was on my opponent's shoes. Now, I would really like to go ahead and go for Hammer Arm here. Or Ice Beam, excuse me. Because Ice Beam should kill, and then if he goes into Frostlass for whatever reason, we still have like freeze chance, and we'll get more chip than the immunity to normal or fighting type. We see Frostlass and 1 Pokemon left. We are 5 Pokemon left. But any randoms game is throwable. If my opponent's last Mon is something like... I mean, in this situation, we're actually fine. But in a lot of situations, something like a Belly Drum Linoon... I mean, a lot of Belly Drum Mons can just go bonkers. That Pokemon coming out should be pretty safe for me. That should mean that I win. I'm going to be honest. We are faster than this. We get a free Hammer Arm. We get Expert Belt. We don't do that much damage still, which is crazy. Sudowoodo being a pretty damn good defensive tank. Our speed falls. He goes for a Toxic. I feel like I got to do damage here. But maybe he's just throwing in the towel. I understand. Gonna go for Hammer Arm. Follow it up. Hopefully do enough damage to take the W here in a quick sec. Hopefully he's not like Toxic Protect. That could be one of the only situations where things get super wonky. Hammer Arm comes out doing 54, putting them to 3% or so HP. Frostlass in the back. We should be able to Heat Wave the Frostlass for sure. We're still fast. Now we might not be after the second minus speed, but this doesn't matter keeping this. Frostlass fully counters our X-Cloud, so I'd rather take any chip, any advantages. If he misses that Stone Edge, we take we take the Sudowoodo out with the X-Cloud, which really matters. Now I think I just go ahead and go into Chatot and try to go for the sweep. We aren't quite faster than the Frostlass, actually. 5% chance to miss as well. Is there any benefit to going... No, I just go Chatot. I could miss the Heat Wave here, or I guess I just HP... I'm Specs. Since I'm Specs, I really want to Heat Wave here. It's possible I missed this, or this should always kill. Yeah. If I miss this and he Stone Edges and like one-shots me, we could be in a sticky situation. But I feel like this is the cleanest way for me to get the game over with. Could have arguably gone Glalie first there. That might have been I think that was a misplay by me to... I think I was trying to get the game over with. Sometimes I get a little hasty. I think it was a misplay to go chat out there that early. He Icicle crashes and KOs me in the... Is that a crit? That is crazy damage. Okay. There's no way he wins, right? I would genuinely be baffled if he pulls this off. I would be pretty disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if he's banded. Here comes the next weird thing. I don't think this thing is Levitate. It's Snow Cloak. I think we just go Glalie and EQ. I don't think he's going to be to boost. I think we just go Glalie and EQ and hope our damage is enough. Glalie is not the hardest hitting Pokemon, and I'm Life Orb. He's only doing 20% to me. I wonder if he is banded, like banded Frostlass. That sounds so weird, but hey, random sets are weird. Honestly, more damage than I expected, doing 47.6% there. Okay, 44% there. We're going to take him out. It was a close game like that. I mean, I say it with, you know, a few Pokemon left, but my opponent honestly positioned his Frostlass really well against Pokemon that he knew he could sweep. Like, Ledian and Pinsir both died of that. That was a really close game, honestly. I'm about 38 HP there from losing that game. My opponent played his typings and matchups honestly a bit better, which is super fair. Me bringing in my Chatot too early there, I feel like I should have gone my Glalie earlier and then had the Glalie chip down the Frostlass first. But I guess the Frostlass, I don't know if it mattered. I guess the Frostlass, but it opens up the Chatot to die for free because of Stone Edge and if my Heat Wave missed. If I just bring in Glalie there and like EQ and KO the Sudowoodo, it's just safer. And then I have my Chatot in the back as like a sacrifice switch. It's not super relevant. It opens up a chance for me to lose when there shouldn't be a chance there, is the main problem. So definitely shouldn't have brought my Chatot in too early like I did. That was a bit hasty. But I'll see you guys in round 2. All right, jumping into round 2 here. Let's see what our team is. Always make sure to go ahead and click the ready button when loading into a game, whenever you can. There is a really annoying bug where if you don't click the ready option, the first move you click just won't happen sometimes, and you have to relog to fix it. Unfortunately, I was on a big five game win streak earlier this week, and I got that bug, which is, you know, not really a big deal. You just log out and log back in. The problem was then I got a login bug, which wouldn't let me log in. And then I basically lost a 5-game win streak, which isn't anything too crazy. Like a 5-game win streak is nothing to write home about, really. You know, it's not that special. But it was unfortunate to lose it via double bugs, right? That's all I'm saying. Now we have Rotom, Frost into Primeape. We're not Ghost type here. We're Electric Ice. I think this guy kind of cooks me with a CC. I think CC kind of goes bonkers here. What is my base defense? I'm familiar with Rotom Wash's base defense. Actually, we kind of tank things pretty darn well. Maybe it is worth to go ahead and go for a discharge here. That gives us paralyzed chance. It doesn't give out any more information to our opponent. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. He's going to go for a Hone Claws. If we can catch a paralyze here, it would be absolutely massive and really punish our opponent for trying to go for a setup on turn 1, which is pretty greedy in randoms, but it can pay off tremendously. But it, unfortunately for us, unfortunately for him, does not pay off tremendously, as we do catch that discharge paralyze, the exact thing I was talking about. That is beautiful. Now I can either go ahead and go for a substitute or go for another discharge. That puts us in a beautiful position. He might go for a CC. We do take super effective damage, correct, from the CC. I'm going to go ahead and go for sub here, because now I'm in a position where if he gets fully paralyzed, it puts me in a better spot. He's going to go for Stone Edge. He could miss that. He could get fully paralyzed. This substitute position, he's Life Orb damage, tripping him down. Amazing turn 1 start for me in this randoms game by deciding to not give away more information than required. He's still hitting these Stone Edges, though. You know what I should have done? I misplayed. I should have discharged that turn. With the Life Orb chip, I just kill there. There was no reason to sub there. That was a misplay. That's okay. We're going to take him down. So let's misplay. Get the misplay counter up, boys. Misplay number 1. Even if you win games, even if you win, there's so many plays you could have done better. So many ways to improve. Ambipom comes in. This thing is fast. 216 speed. It's obviously going to go for some sort of like fake out generally is what it does. That's where like Ambipom really shines. I really want to go Mad Cargo here on the Flame Body. Getting a burn on this would be tremendous. The Lunatone is not I was gonna check to see if it was screens. It's Nasty Plot. Okay, we're gonna keep that nasty guy in the back. We're gonna go Mad Cargo here. And he's nasty himself. Okay, we're double nasty gaming. Didn't expect the Ambipom to set up the Nasty Plot. Something so foul. Okay, 216 speed versus he unbelievably outspeeds me to a disgusting degree. What is my best play here? Go for a Lava Plume. Go for that burn chance. Oh, maybe it's like a Swift. He's going to hit me for pretty good damage here. That is unfortunate. We do have Scarf Zangoose in the back, actually, to outspeed and get it. Yeah, a beautiful... So I'm going to try to stay in. He's Water Pulse. I did not expect the Nasty Plot Water Pulse. That is unfortunate. Now we probably go ahead and go over to Zangoose and go for a CC or a... Do we just go for the final Gambit is the question? Is it worth it here? It would make me so sad to lose this Pokemon so early, but this thing isn't exactly, like, tanky, even in the Spadef area. Oh, this Ambipom is a menace. This Ambipom is a menace. What are my base stats here? He has Water Pulse. What's the rest of the moveset? I could just go back to Rotom and not give any more information. Let him outspeed me, go for a hit, and then go for, like, a Pain Split. What's his other coverage is my question. Is going Rotom to throw here? Should I just go Zangoose? That's like the safer play, but I really like Zangoose. It'd make me really sad to lose it right now. Man, this is tough. This is very, very tough. I have nothing that outspeeds, so if Final Gambit doesn't kill, it's brutal. What is 73 base HP on the Zangoose? 236 total HP. Final Gambit works off of total HP, correct? Yeah. What is Ambipom's HP stats? 75. It's going to be really close. I'm just terrified of living in a world where... I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Just straight up. There you go. I think I just go for the CC. I think I bring in Zangoose and go. I don't want to Final Gambit this yet, man. I really, really don't want to. I really, really don't want to. I think this might just kill. We do. Oh, it goes to 3% HP. Criminal. I think I die in return. Ah. He's HP fighting. HP fighting we see come out. Okay. This... Nasty Plot Ambipom is going nasty on it. Life Orb Chip takes him down. It's enough damage. Okay. We take him out. That's fine. That's the same as if we Final Gambited then. I'm gonna go Rotom Wash or Rotom, sorry, Freeze on the lack of information. He brings in Smeargle. This thing almost definitely has Spore. We don't have a Spore switch is the problem here. Would I rather my Lunatone? I think I just let my Rotom Freeze get slept. Yep. My best play here is to let it get slept. And then immediately now I switch over into something like Lunatone, over into something like Porygon Z. I don't know what the other moves are beyond. My final 3 Mons are setup Mons. I think I go Lunatone here, since it is at least a rock type into normal type. So, like, theoretically, I could fucking like, can't get attacked or something, but Smeargle's a weird one in randoms. Smeargle's a weird one. Is he gonna hard switch out as well? There should be Sleep Claws in random, so he can't, like, spread around the Spore. He's just gonna Whirlwind me. He's getting information. Don't go to Rotom. Rotom's the worst case scenario. Ah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Yeah, absolutely hate to see it. At least I got my leftovers thing. I'm gonna go ahead and try to burn a Sleep Turn here. Go for a Discharge then. He might expect that and switch up his play based on that, which would be really, really smart. At least he doesn't get info. He doesn't get info, which is nice. It's good to know he has Whirlwind, so we can't just set up against him with something like Lunatone. Executor comes in, which outplays our Lunatone, but doesn't really hit Porygon Z quite hard enough. I should be fine as Rotom here. I'm just gonna stay in and go for a Wild Blizzard and hope I hit. I am faster. Is he gonna go for Ancient Power? That's fine. That's totally fine. He does not like this Rotom. He hates this Rotom. He cannot get through this Rotom. I should wake up here. Go for a Blizzard. 70% chance to hit. Oh, we hit it. That was lucky. 90. We've had a pretty lucky game so far. 95% accuracy on it, or 95% damage. Excuse me. He goes for a Leech Seed. I think I always just go ahead and stay in here and go for Discharge. I'm assuming he's trying to switch in Rotom in this position. to go back for like another Spore. I'm really hoping to... Oh, should I just Blizzard in case Discharge misses? I'm terrified. I'm terrified of Discharge not KOing at 20%. This thing is kind of tanky. Where's the eggs at, man? Where's the eggs? Base Spadef of 75. What is my base? It's only 2 times resist, correct? 105 Spatak. I don't think Discharge kills here. It's really, really close. I'm going to go for the Blizzard, which is kind of a crazy pull. He's going to bring the Dusknoir in. So now the Blizzard is kind of irrelevant whether it hits, you know, with the chip would have been nice, but I'm not like upset about that, you know? That's totally okay. He switches out. A Pain Split here is kind of menacing. I don't know what he goes for. Maybe a Punch of sorts. I'm going to go for a Pain Split here. A Shadow Sneak, which just helps our Pain Split even more. We get a beautiful Pain Split off, taking down our Dusknoir's HP, making our Rotom, healing our Rotom a fair bit. We're still getting Leech Seeded. The question becomes, do I want to actually switch out? I could switch Porygon Z here, like, decently effectively. I'm scared of this thing having, like, Focus Punch or some sort of... It usually has the punches. Discharge is mostly irrelevant. I kind of think there's no real reason for him to switch here. I'm just going to keep going for discharges and damage and chip. Yeah. He's just switching around, looking for that Leech Seed chip. I'm going to stay in repeatedly, go for that 16% discharge. He probably expected me to switch there, but nope. No reason to give the information. Now discharge definitely kills. I can just... Oh, now it doesn't. Now it doesn't. Or it could high roll maybe. I think I have to go for the Blizzard here. We've hit one Blizzard, missed one Blizzard. Over to Smeargle he goes. Show me a hit freeze. Ah, miss. A miss is not what we wanted to see. Oh, that's unfortunate. He does outspeed me. He can go for the Spore. I can't stop the Spore. He knows that. I just stay in and click Pain Split. Let him get the Spore off. I could have arguably let something else get Spored since I know that he hates this Pokemon so much and cannot deal with it. So maybe that was a misplay by me. He's seen the Lunatone. He's gonna he probably whirlwinds here. I'm gonna go Lunatone. Just on whatever happens. 132. Am I faster than this? Oh no. Okay, we're faster. Definitely. We're definitely faster. That's okay. I can go for Power Gym here. He might even just... I think I go for Power Gym here and hope I kill. I'm a little scared I don't, but thankfully we do. I was like, I think he might stay in expecting me to be screens or like a defensive set as opposed to offensive and try to go for like a Giga Drain, like a greedy play, because it would be such a good sustain for him. Smeargle comes back in. He does not have... I never want to click Nasty Plot here because of Whirlwind. I just go for Life Orb. I kind of want to just Power Gem here. He's going to assume I have Psychic. I'm just going to go for it. He shouldn't be able to double Spore. There should be Sleep Claws, if I'm not mistaken, in randoms. Yes, thank you. I was going to say that would be a little busted. That would be kind of insane if you could just outspeed, spam around Spore on all my Pokemon. That would not be very fun or very balanced gameplay. Thankfully, the PokeMMO devs fucking praise Arceus, thought about that. Shout out to them. And I think that might be his concession. That might be him realizing it's over. After that play, you slept the Rotom freeze. I switched it out. You can't sleep more. Dusknoir comes. He's going to take a big Psychic here. Should be decent damage. 44%. That should let us 2-hit KO it. We're in the best position. We outspeed Lunatone. He's definitely going to Shadow Sneak here. Now, the play to make his brain explode to let him know I'm inside of his head would be to go Porygon Z, but I don't think I need to do that. I think just tanking the damage on my Lunatone, well, actually, maybe it is worth it. Maybe that play is better. I'm going to go for it. I'm gonna make his brain explode a little bit, get inside his head a little bit. Yup, there's the Shadow Sneak as expected. That might draw a concession. Now, I don't want to go for Nasty Plot here or just pure damage. I think I do want to go ahead and go for one plot. We're 174 speed. The Smeargle outspeeds us, but he can't Whirlwind priority. I'm gonna go for one Nasty Plot here on the switch. See what his last Pokemon is. It's Rhyperior. We can go ahead and go for a nice Ice Beam here. We wouldn't have needed the boost, to be fair here, but I think we might need it to... I don't know if Ice Beam KOs the Dusknoir without the boost, was my thought process. This thing might be... I don't think it's sturdy. It might be Sash. It is not. We one-shot the Rhyperior beautifully, and that should be 2-0 for today so far. That should be GG's. We have our Pokemon slept. Yeah, he can outspeed. He can't whirlwind with speed. He can't do a lot of things here. I just clicked Ice Beam because can't spore. Can't spore. Whew. Thankfully it does not work like that. That would be there we go. Sleep Claws, my friend. Thankfully, I'm so old. I'm officially Unk status. I've been playing so long that I remember when Sleep Claws was added to PokeMMO. Praise Arceus that it was. There we go. All right, GG's. GG's, that's game 2. We're gonna see if the win streak can continue. I was on a bit of a loss streak. I actually was I think I was like 13-2 at one point, or 14-2, and then I lost quite a few games in a row. So now we're 16-6 at 593 elo, not even above 600, unfortunately. We're gonna jump back in 30 seconds or so and see game 3. Yo, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching an entire Patrouski PvP video. Hopefully it was a banger. Hopefully there was some cool plays, some risky plays, playing for content. That's what I love the most, having fun like that in PvP. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos, and follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord is down below if you want to join a really cool community that's really helpful and offers new guides and stuff to new players. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, like Avocado just did by following me on Twitch. But no, if you want to go above and beyond, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, YouTube memberships, PayPal/Venmo donations, and then if I'm currently running them, Factor, HelloFresh, all my sponsors, engaging with those is honestly the best way to support. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and good luck in your randoms games.